Today is November 1st. This is episode 41.
Kind of almost looked like he was about to start the announcement at like in high school in the beginning of the day where everyone's kind of please rise for
yeah.
Sorry.
Good morning, students. Today is November 1st.
Principal.
Welcome to fall. Don't
It is.
forget, upcoming weekend we have daylight savings time, so be sure to set your clocks back.
What date is that and what day it's today?
Oh,
Bradley?
I don't like daylight savings.
Yeah, I know.
I know it sucks. It's freaking dark.
All right,
at
we doing
6
the show? Or
o'clock.
can we roll into this again?
No, we can go from there.
I think we should. Let's do
You want
another roll.
take?
I think we need another roll in.
Another take just for you.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
because.
but I'm gonna use
last time I did a roll and I knocked
I
myself.
like the
No,
principal
you're gonna
roll.
do that.
Yeah, you could do another take just for you. It's
Good.
fine.
It was smooth. It felt like we were about to go on an elevator to the fucking podcast. Nobody was mad.
The last time I rolled it, I knocked myself out on a 13-foot half.
All right, well then I guess here we are at. It's November 1st. This is episode 41. We're at First Surf Shop, South Beach, Miami. All
As
that stuff
always.
that we normally say. I'm Brad Wells from ThankYouSurfing. We've got over here.
This is Caleb, and you changed the order, and now we're all confused.
I
You know what? I'm going to pick it up from here because I'm not that confused. Christian de la Iglesia, First Surf Shop Division, Wynwood.
Bing, bang, boom. And then,
Aretha, Pony Mane, or the Bikini Inspector,
depending.
depending on my mood. Yeah.
Or the video that she's shooting, seriously.
Oh, cuidado. Hey.
Yeah, we'll get tap into that a little bit later.
Sounds like I have no idea what's going on.
Brother.
but- wow, already, oh brothers.
Oh, brothers
I forgot
out.
even what we were supposed to do next. Weekly
like-
happenings.
Where are
First weekly happening. Keegan, our intern, again somehow managed to weasel his way out of being here.
we? I was just going to say, I'm like, how is he our intern? He's been here 20% of the time, but somehow he keeps on coming up with ideas, which is the one you're about to roll
He's
out.
actually
He's a young
more of our
whippersnapper.
boss, I think, now than anything.
He is. He's kind of like
He's
an executive producer. All of a sudden, he's like, let me tell you how you guys could probably do this a little better.
He like pops in he's like, I just flew in from California. I'm a little tired. I just want to see how you boys are doing.
Keegan.
And then he goes back to bed, and we're like, all right, I guess.
Dude,
And then tonight he's
rent-free.
just like, I'm not really feeling that well. I'm probably going to just skip out tonight. Good job, guys. See you later. We're like,
He's like, and don't forget about my new idea. And you're like, ugh. All right, so here's Keegan's
dropping
new
hot
idea,
fire.
which we're committing to via this podcast.
Oh, right on.
thanks, boss.
Keegan's Small Wave Contest, the first inaugural of many to come. It is ill-defined, but
say the
it
least.
involves knee-high chop, and this is your
6
shop.
inches or under.
That's what she said.
Well, are we still talking about a surf contest?
Hey, that's small
Bradley?
wave here.
Yes.
Calm it down. That's small wave, a foot and under.
A foot and under.
All right, well,
better.
past that, we probably don't have much more details as to when or where or
No.
why.
When there's a small wave.
I think you can probably just pick a day, and then if there's big waves, we just call it small because
We
it'd be
call it
small.
off. No,
Let's just go to history, right?
waves are too good.
That's the best idea.
Yeah.
No
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
No go. We're
Yes.
doing
It's no good because it's no
It
good
has to
because
be
it's
two
weird.
feet and under.
We're going actually surfing.
The conditions are actually too good for this contest.
2 feet and under.
This sounds
so-
like the best
so
idea
is our
ever.
life down
Keegan,
here.
you're so smart.
So is our life.
All right,
down
we're
here.
really-
Don't
Keegan's
cry
a young
for
up and
that.
comer. You gotta watch out for him. He probably opened a surf shop across the street. You gotta watch out.
Brings
Thankfully.
up our next
Please do it.
topic, which is actually not Keegan's idea, but Billy's idea. Billy,
Billy Marshall,
veteran of the cast,
Billy Goat.
someone known
Billy
as Billy
Goat
Goat.
on
Longboard shredder.
on the Instagram.
He throws some toes on the nose.
He does.
He's pretty good. He's winning contests. He won
Yeah,
the
he
not Surfle, sorry. The Nomad contest. What was it, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, this guy.
He's killing it.
And so the other day he asked if Thank You Surfing had a team, and I said we do now. So Billy is the captain of the team, and Keegan is I guess like co-captain or like assistant captain or whatever they call that.
Manager?
No, I don't think he can be the manager yet.
No?
Rides a pine.
No, he has to have a suit and everything before we get him involved in that. I know, yeah, like
God, I feel like-
hockey
why does it, like,
manager
feel
would be
like-
so good.
Like wrestling all of a sudden. It's just like all of a sudden he's coming in like Jim McMahon.
Oh,
I live
I feel
for
like-
Vince McMahon. He's gold.
I'm thinking more like NHL hockey manager wearing the suit.
Yes.
I call Undertaker. I don't.
Anyway.
Stick to WWF. Can we please?
The point is,
Undertaker, huh?
Duh, he's the Danzig of the WWF. He's very goth.
He
and
is the
he's
Danzig.
fucking golden era to infinity. He's still going.
Right,
Or
because he
maybe
kind of
retired.
came in at it at the end of my era of wrestling, which was your Randy Macho Man Savage and your Hulk Hogan and your Iron Sheik and your Andre the Giant and your
Golden era.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka and your Junkyard Dog and
Sambo.
who else? Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior?
Yeah, the
Diamond
Ultimate
Dallas
Warrior,
Page.
Diamond Dallas
Oh my God, I love
Page.
Diamond Dallas
Right?
Page.
What was his? It was
Yeah, DDP. The Diamond Cutter. Yeah, I fucking love
So
him.
impressed.
That's a
Right, I
don't
Diamond
know if
even
David
started.
Lee
They're available
Roth.
for the Thank You Surfing team, but they're all invited. You guys-
tryouts, guys. You guys got
Yes,
tryouts.
Jump
No-
higher.
Nobody gets
Bring
on
your Thank
for
You
free.
Surfing mug and your unitard or whatever they would wear. I don't know what those things are
A
called.
unitard, for sure.
That's what they are,
We
right?
need some more unitards.
But yeah, so starting a team. If we're not going to compete, it's a loose affiliation. It's basically just whatever Billy says we're supposed to be doing,
Right.
which it's probably a lot of
Going up
surfing and
coast.
just like hanging out and
Giving him rides
Eat
to
it.
surf spots.
eating pizza.
That's what
Hopefully
he
more
did. That's,
tacos.
he's smart.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, if I build a team, if I get at least 5 guys, I have a different person every day of the week to go up coast with. Smooth. Cheers to you, Billy.
We see
That's
what
a good
you're
move.
doing.
That was a good move. That was a decent move.
And in return, actually, this is one interesting side
return,
note.
he might
We
pay
get
gas money.
reports.
Yeah. Oh,
He said that he wants to go every time he's gonna go up coast. He's gonna tell
does
you.
he have a car?
Yeah,
I
it
have
was
no
just
idea.
in the shop the other weekend. That's why I was
I have no
throwing
idea
it
how he
back.
gets around.
All right, because maybe it's one of those things where you like sponsor his gas. Oh, did I just commit to something?
No. You
Sponsor
just
it.
had an idea.
I just
It's okay.
I just went gah.
You just sponsor my yeah.
Gah.
It's a good.
Anyway, so look for more from Billy and Keegan and the rest of whatever compromises this
The new
team.
team.
Compromises?
Yeah,
Get
that's a
us some
Freudian
games.
slip.
If there's folks out there that want to
Comprises,
go
thank
ahead
you.
and throw their
Yeah,
name in the hat as far as being on the team, where should they reach out to you?
I guess the captain, Billy.
Billy.
Get
So,
at Billy.
listen,
Yes, give him a job.
So,
Billy.
well, you can reach him at, if you're on Instagram, which you're watching this now, at Billy Goat, and there's an E at the end of Goat, I believe.
There is.
And shoot
You'll
him a
find
message
him.
and be like, yo, Billy, you're team
Oh,
captain.
this is interesting. What Billy doesn't
Get me on
know
the team.
is that my intern from my real company is going to now be the team manager.
So does
So Nicole,
Billy have
congratulations, you're team manager of the Thank You Surfing team.
Does that mean Billy has someone to like
report to?
Really?
Yeah. So like when
Analytics, we're getting metrics on all this.
when he has to put in as an assignment, Nicole's gonna ask for it. If he has any sort of
right,
to send us,
right.
we can just go ahead and review all that and let him know how we feel about paying for or looking at any sort of.
Yeah, seriously,
Yeah.
like, dude, $1,000 in gas? Jesus. Believable. We're coming into that time of the season. All right, well, Billy, thank you for taking up the team responsibilities.
Yeah, thank you for being another Christian and giving me crazy ideas that I'm supposed to do like this. And we've been doing it 40 weeks in a row.
40. We're on 41 now.
Well, 41 episodes.
Yes.
It's number 41.
40?
4-1.
Oh, what are you talking about voting?
Yes, so Tuesday is that day.
Is it Tuesday?
It is Tuesday. That's it.
It's the 6th.
You only got a couple days coming up, little buddy. So whatever it is that you believe in, we all have our different beliefs. Just get out there, express them. At least
Interesting
do-
thing that I noticed is that
The diligence.
mostly people that are of the older generation are voting more. I know that our demographic comprises, not compromises. That was actually right on point. The demographic that's lacking in voting. So if you watch the show and you don't vote, I'm kind of fucking pissed at you.
Because it's actually public knowledge. We can actually go ahead and see who's watching this right now, and we can go ahead and find out whether they voted or not. We can't find out who you voted for, but we can find out whether you voted or not.
Christian has
Whoa.
been
I'm watching
compromised
you.
by the Russians, apparently.
We got him.
I don't
Watching-
think he has that sort of power, but
No, actually, it's public record.
what is?
Whether you voted or not.
Whether you voted, but not
Right. Who you
anything.
voted.
Not who you
Right.
voted
Yeah.
for,
Yeah.
just whether or not you
Yeah,
voted.
but
Yeah.
you should at least whatever we agree or we don't agree on the same thing, go out there and vote. express it. I mean, that's the idea. I mean, people fight.
It's kind of
would
like
crave to have that ability to be able to vote and have that power.
people talk about it as being like, oh, it's so awesome for you to do. It's like, at this point, it's kind of like your obligation.
Yes.
Come on, asshole.
Yeah,
like,
it's mandatory.
You know, everybody else goes out there and figures out
just trying
a
to
little
wrap it up
bit
in a little
about.
nice bow.
Sometimes you're like, this guy's name sounds cool, and you fill out this bubble. But you know,
God, I've done that before. Guilty.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at that. But this time I've gotten some diligence. I got the ballot in advance, and I know what I kind of like. And there's certain people that I respect that know a lot more than I do, because I'm pretty confident there's a lot more people like that.
there's
out
a lot
there.
of those. What are like voter guides?
Right,
You just Google voter guide, and then any group that you think that you more or less align with. The women's, what is it? The Women's League actually had like a really good voters guide. They had it all broken down and like why they made their decisions.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this is kind of pretty easy to understand.
Right. And sometimes you just, maybe there's someone that you really respect, or maybe there's a group that you really like, a nonprofit and whatnot. And at that point, you see what it is that they're for and against, and you kind of line yourself to that because you say, listen, I want to support you. And that's another way of supporting.
Yep.
God flex your rights.
Also, even if you have no interest in any of the politicians, there's still the amendments on our ballot. And you can just read that and be like, that sounds like a horrible idea.
Right.
Or that sounds like a great idea.
Unfortunately, they
You can vote
really
on
kind
those.
of word these things so weird.
Yeah, and they
that's
put
what's like.
weird
That's what
stuff
sucks about legal
together.
sometimes, right? Like I forgot what it was. Somebody was mentioning that one didn't have to do remotely close to the other.
Vaping indoors and offshore drilling. Who put those together?
Right. Vaping and offshore
Those
drilling.
are
right.
the actual two things
Right.
that are together.
You're right.
It's
That's
madness.
actually what it
But,
was.
some of them you could go look at and make a call on, maybe.
It's just it's anyways. Just go out there, express yourself.
Yeah, involve yourself just a little bit because you kind of owe it to the country.
Yes.
There's no draft or anything. Just go vote for like 30 minutes. It's really pretty easy.
If you want some insight, give me a call. I got you. I got a cheat list over here.
I just fill out what the next to me is.
It's like, that name sounds cool. I could see myself getting along with that name right there. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'd buy that name a beer. He's got Lincoln in his name. Done.
Sounds solid.
An X for a first name and a last name. You win. Can I write you in for other stuff? That's what,
This guy sounds Latin.
we do need more district court justices that are Latin in Miami.
All of a sudden you feel like you're going to be the person that's going to balance it all out. You're like, I've seen what we have out there in district courts, and we're feeling a little unbalanced here on the Latin side, so I'm going to vote for this guy. No. Let's put that puppy to rest. Go vote this Tuesday.
Any other
Or you
weekly
can vote any day
happenings?
this day. We'll move it to.
Okay, you can do that.
Chill.
Yeah, get some
Can I fill
water.
this up with some more water?
Yeah.
First, before all the words come out.
Oh,
All right.
is that, are you throwing a rap down? I mean, she was talking about spitting some words just now.
Spitting some
listen,
words.
Yeah, listen.
You are funky fresh, my friend.
Yes. Hey. So, listen, I got turned on to
That
this
D-voice
just
stance.
recently to Pony Main's lyrics assault out there like that. She could
Lyric
throw
assault.
it down. So I was just like, oh, you know what? We need her on the show, and no pressure. And she had said, we talked about it before the show started, that she said if it feels like it kind of kicks in there, please feel free to just go ahead and interrupt us. We can be in the middle of a great conversation, really just kicking things, and all of a sudden you're like,
I gotta lay this down.
Because he will try to lip sync it
I will.
karaoke style.
This is a new one.
So you'd have to guess
Think
what
when
she's
you have
saying.
no idea
Right.
what's coming?
Right.
If you can do that, I'll give you $1.
You know what? Maybe we should let the crowd go ahead and
whole
judge for
dollar?
themselves.
$1.
She'll hit it, and I'll go ahead and just pretend. I won't even look.
No
Not even peripheral.
pressure. I said no pressure. Jeez
All right,
Louise.
fine. Listen, I've got a lip sync, but I don't even know what I'm going to say.
That's
Who's
high.
got the real pressure?
Me watching this.
Yeah, in between. Monkey in the midst.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, I had control of this show.
Any other weekly happenings? I've never had any control of any of this. Weekly happenings. Anything else?
I don't think it's the beginning of November.
No shave November.
Oh, well, I think I'm growing a beard.
Let's go.
You got that no shit.
I am, actually. My daughter was just like,
yeah.
asked her because it was because of
she
you.
is very, very.
I was asking Gigi, I'm like, if she had fun the
Having
other
a
day, whatever.
positive-
I'm like, remember you saw Caleb and was introducing the cast? Oh, no. It was a text. It was one of our threads, and I was just like, she's like, who are you talking to? And I was just like,
Gigi's on our texts.
No, I was just
I'm
like,
gonna clean up these texts.
no, she's not on the text. Like, who are you texting? I was just like, Caleb, Brad, the guys from the show. She's like, and I started explaining each one of them. She's like, whatever. I'm like, Caleb, big beard. She's like, Papa, where's your beard? I was just like, you're right. It's been a little bit. I'm like, should I grow it back? And she's all like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I will. And like literally the next day I had to come to work, and it was like that past the 5 o'clock where it's not cool anymore, and you're just like, all right, just look really disgruntled. And I started shaving, and sure enough, Gigi runs in, and she goes, Papa, I thought you were not shaving. I was like, whoa, you really remember that conversation? 3.5 years old.
Nice.
Apparently she's just nailing things on me. I'm like, well, I guess the
Damn.
beard's coming back. So
She remembers all that old shit. She's like, bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
Got you, daddy.
Yeah.
yay, and it's only
I
3.5.
mean, yeah.
What am I got in front
This
of me?
waffle's good and everything, but
Dude.
what about that beard coming back like we talked about?
Seriously.
Yeah, you're
like
in
I bring it
for-
up with someone else in conversation, thinking like, oh, how cute my daughter is that she brought that up, and she comes back, she's like, yeah. When's it? I'm like, oh, I think everyone gets it. I get it.
Tapping
It's come
on her
back.
imaginary watch on her wrist.
Yeah, I know. Gosh, she's tough. 3.5. What do I got?
Let's make this
Jeez.
happen, Papa.
I got a whole lifetime ahead of that. I mean, with that.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
You're screwed.
Well, it's easy. You just don't have to shave.
Running with the devil.
You are.
Got this whole David Lee Roth
weekly
like.
happenings. That's it. I think we're
Yeah,
done on
that's it.
those.
Dude, it's the beginning of November. Not much is happening yet. Season's around the corner. December kind of kicks things off. We got Basel on the 6th. And then the holidays right afterwards. And then it's season, and it kicks through all the way through April. At the beginning of May, you get a little break, and then you get Memorial Day, and then you get Summer Bummer.
Why does the wave
Summer
season seem to like
bummer.
really correspond with an exact calendar? You could pretty much set
Did
a.
you hear that? That was like little sparks going on right now. I was like, whoa.
There's always waves on holidays, and yesterday there were waves, but there were fish all in them, and it was the shark feeding frenzy Halloween horror, so I didn't battle out.
No, was there sharks?
Yeah, there we
going
go.
on?
It
Sure.
was really sharp
It was
before
all
Pierce
fish.
too.
Report and forecast straight
Oh,
into it.
She's a segue queen. Look at that.
Yeah.
She saw that coming. She's like,
Have you noticed that it's been a little chillier out?
Uh huh.
Yeah, that
Time to
little
bust out the
dry,
springy.
It was really chilly.
It's
It was
It's low-key
a-
freezing.
says the Texas
dry
people.
81 degrees the other day.
But it, but it,
Stiff
but
breeze when you're wet, that's downright frigid.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
literally when you're
Thank
used
you.
to 93 to 99 and humid as AF,
And 90-degree water. Now the water's 80. I'm in a 5'5" with the fucking hood on today. Like, dude, I've been in Florida too long. I'm full reptile. Full fucking reptile.
and that's so crazy about what happens to people when they get to
does.
Florida. They could be
Happened to
from New
me.
York, they could be from California, wherever, and then you get here, you get kind of used, and all of a sudden it could be exactly that, 81 and dry, and you're in the shade, and you're like, whoa.
I touched the water yesterday and I was like, whoop, time to move further south again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Puerto Rico, you waiting
I
for
was
me?
like,
or what? It gets
join
pretty
up with all
happy
these
over there.
sparrows moving south. Join that little migration. Those snowbirds have got it.
And nail things.
So that is the report, I guess, is that cold front came through. I did actually watch some migratory birds coming in on the cold front. It was pretty cool.
In the plane,
No,
running on the floor.
just sitting there on the balcony the other night watching the cold front come through, and it was that north streak wind was coming through, and you could see all these flocks of little birds coming in on that north breeze. And there's been some of them around in the dunes. It's like these little tiny, they're a finch or a warbler. Mm-hmm. They got a little bit of yellow on their belly. They're pretty cool.
All
I
right.
just see them up in New York.
Yellow
Actually,
belly bird.
they
You a little
down.
bird watcher, are you?
I get into some
Yellow
bird watching.
belly bird, huh? It seems fitting.
It does. I was like, yes.
Nailed it.
Where am I? Where do I know that from?
Yep.
It's original, and you feel like you know it already. That's a good saying. We're gonna have to go back and
I don't
rewind
make
that,
the
one, Caleb.
rules,
Make a
just
note
break
there.
them. Yellow belly
Market.
bird.
Yellow
yeah.
down birds.
Cold fronts. It's cold front season again, which means it's surf season again.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
It is.
Right.
It was funny because I was walking up the beach with a couple guys the other day after surfing, and I was like,
Didn't.
"You guys surfed a bunch this week, right?" Yeah. Oh, it's weird when there's waves here, isn't it? Like, oh my God, I was just thinking that. Like, I haven't done this in months. Like months it's been, really. And you're like, yeah.
Feels so good to be back.
I think that's what
weird.
was cool about that little photo exhibition that we did last week here at the shop on our Instagram.
That was nuts.
All the different photographers that had like the surf going off here and the different times. It was like all
It was
of a
like a
sudden
7-day swell.
Right, you remember. Well, you also remembered that. Well,
It can happen.
Our waves got teeth a little bit
It
when,
can happen.
when she's going off. And I think it got everyone kind of amped up to only more so because the season's right around the corner. So.
And the
That's well
small wave
timed.
contest.
Good job.
Yes.
Keegan small wave contest.
Duh.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you.
where everyone's really.
Oh, there's
frothing.
another thing. We gotta figure this out
Going
somehow.
down.
I think there's got to be a website for this, like a baby pool.
Flame versus Flame, dog.
Anyway,
Oh, sorry.
No. Wave pool
We're both
4.
sponsored by Flame, so we know.
And we just started a rivalry for the small wave contest right
What's
now.
flame?
It's both on our board, so we're gonna have to see who really deserves the Flames the most. Who's the hottest fire?
Who's on Fuego the most?
Fuego Diego.
Oh, jeez.
interesting.
Dude, it is coming out before this thing's got.
cannot
Before
rap.
listen. Before
Flames on time, okay? There's a lot.
If I just like do it like this, is this just
No,
gonna
we gotta.
Well, we gotta get a little much of
I
that
have a
going on.
lot.
There.
Rap is dead. We gotta talk about the surf because that's this new.
It's
adult
a new
rap.
new.
This is new.
That's that new shit. I'm very
All right,
new
so
to the game.
we do have the
Surf
cold
on-
front season.
Yep.
We do have a cold front coming this weekend. It's not a very good cold front in terms of like wave potential. However, we do got a little shot at it, so keep an eye
Today was
out.
firing.
Today was actually
Low
pretty
key
fun.
firing.
God, low key firing.
Like
Yes.
yeah,
firing.
mark
Yeah.
that one
Low-key
too.
firing.
Yeah.
These are good. Low key firing. Yeah.
At 3, it was high key firing for me personally. I was like, yes, it was epic. Yeah,
That Grom life, so good.
So good.
pretty much.
All right, let's just head right into the episode here. Being landlocked, aka not being on a coastline. You grew up
Wait, hold
in
on. Before
Texas,
we,
yeah?
sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
go.
Before we go back to
Don't
that.
apologize. Sorry.
Do we have waves coming up? I mean, how long are these waves going to last?
Yeah, when are they? Is there tomorrow?
No. I mean, we're kind of done here. I think the wind's blowing a little bit right now, but it really died off. Up
It looks
coast
fun
looks
up
like
coast.
some fun waves tomorrow. Wind looks like it's dying. Looks like the Oscar swell that we talked about last
We
week.
use this platform to get me a ride up coast. Anyone, slide in the DMs. Ponymane needs a ride.
Is
There you
that your Instagram? Pony Man Needs a Ride?
Ponymane, but Ponymane needs a ride up coast.
At Pony Main, and Pony Main's PonyMane.
Yeah,
Wow, you're a speller.
MAANE. 2 A's because I don't know who the fuck took that other
First
A.
A.
Yeah.
That's a bummer, huh?
That is the phony mane. You better follow the pony mane, okay? Don't get this fucked up. It's PONYMAANE. Low key mayor.
There you go. Get her a ride up coast. Somebody.
Somebody please take me up coast. I'm trying to either Sebastian or Fort Pierce. Both really fun. That's all I've ever surfed outside of Miami.
So, if what I'm going to gather from this situation is that there is waves up coast for the next couple days. Down here, not so much.
Maybe
Get in the car. cruise
Saturday
up.
into
Small
Sunday.
wave calm.
Saturday into Sunday.
Little cold front chance. Monday.
Wind
looking
driven
like-
stuff,
No,
or
looking
just
like maybe it could be like a little ground swell.
like a little Micronesia swell. The Angry Inch.
Do you think we
That
could get
inch gets
Keegan's
angry,
comp then?
I get hurt on the name.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean this is perfect odds for like the Keegan small wave
I
contest.
think the question
So
on
we're in
everyone's
waiting
mind is
We
when is
are
his comp?
officially in the waiting period without any really standards or set rules. It's set kind of
It's
right
weird
up our
because
alley.
it's like
It's kind of right up our alley.
you could just run it tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of a waiting period.
Do we need judges?
Well, is it going to
No,
be
we
tomorrow?
need
or
to
what?
just set a date. That's
Do we need
what it is.
Lanso to come here and DJ for us?
I think
Yeah.
we should have it tomorrow. Honestly,
I think we just need to set a date for it, and just
Okay.
whatever the conditions are, unless they're good,
Right.
then we run it.
Right.
we have to do it tomorrow. Everyone's going to forget by next week. Everyone's wet brain from all the wet or water and the surf. We better do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow, a little busy tomorrow, but we can do it another time.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about you being landlocked for a little while from Texas. Talk about me thinking about moving to someplace that's not on an ocean on a couple of occasions.
I still do. I just mentioned it earlier today. Portland. I mean,
Portland?
or even Oregon altogether.
on the coast.
Where are you going to surf?
I mean, it's not necessarily on the coast completely. You still got to drive a little bit further to go in.
But yeah, it's
It's
still
not on the
close.
Portland. It has to be
It's a
kind of close
port.
to water.
I mean, it's a port. It comes in. It takes a little bit to get to the beach, though.
Calm
Yeah,
it
It
down.
took me a little
Okay.
bit.
To go surfing, it would
Yeah.
take you a little bit,
Yeah.
but still, it's not that far. It'd be like people living out in like West Kendall or something.
The real question is,
With traffic.
where do you find a wetsuit warm enough?
Yeah, I'm already
Oh,
in a
come
5'5" here
on.
at 84.
Or the courage big enough. What if a whale gets you?
Courage.
Like, I mean, there's killer whales up there.
Also, the
This is what you're
locals
worried
there-
about?
yeah, it's not sharks.
This is a topic about being landlocked, and you're talking about whales and sharks. Clearly, we've gone.
We
the
don't know
wrong
anything about
direction.
being landlocked. Next topic.
right? Y'all
All right, all
are
right.
spoiled.
No, so I mean, well, a lot of this comes out of it. The fact that Aretha, Pony, Maine, is originally from a landlocked area.
I'm from the middle of Texas, and I never even heard about surfing till I was 29.
29.
I didn't even boogie board, okay? Y'all are so spoiled, dude.
So where are we from in Texas originally?
Austin.
Austin, Texas, really?
Yeah.
Nice. How funny is that? Ironic that there's waves there now.
It is, and it's tight, and I'm not mad about Inland. I surfed it
Did you?
3 times.
I surfed it.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Hell
Did you
yeah.
surf the real wave or the?
No, I had just started, and I did the intermediate because I wasn't sure.
Uh-huh.
But I still had the time of my life.
Sure.
Even though it's like fucking $2 a wave, basically. So I was like, whoa,
Dude,
Michael
that's
Phelps
a-
need to get back because I was like,
It's a
yo.
I
bargain.
know.
It's kind of not when they're free. They're free here.
Right, yeah, no. But by comparison to
All
like
day.
They
the
are
Disney
free.
And you only
Land
get an
one, or
hour.
Disney
Is that why you're so amped and you're always out here surfing?
Dude, I am
Because the waves
so
are free.
pumped. It is like a water park with no lines, and it's free and legal. It's the tightest thing ever. When I wish I had found it earlier, but I wouldn't have a career. So that's cool that I found it late in life, because shit is a dangerous drug. Sometimes I'll like black out. I'll go home for lunch, and then suddenly I'm back in the middle of the lineup on the fucking flames, just whoop, riding the waves in. Like, I was supposed to do something, and I am back here. in the
Secretly, I feel like that's what
splash.
my brain says
Dude, it's a dangerous drug.
in that kind of voice. Like when I burn.
Wait, you have a spirit animal, and your spirit animal is that voice?
Right, where it's just like
I gotta
all of a
drop
sudden you're
some
just like, I
tracks.
really got to be doing stuff, and it says it in that kind of voice. It's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You black out, and then you're back in there, and you're like, what just happened? I feel like I haven't even
I'm
been
always
dry the whole time I've
doing
lived
the
here.
math in the lineup for like, so what's the actual latest possible time I could leave and get everything that I need to get done? And then like,
Right?
it's
Sundown.
getting better. I think, you know what, that thing doesn't need to
right.
happen.
Yeah.
I get to that Monday.
Just start
it's fine.
recalculating.
Right.
Like, you know,
Like, so then that
why
gives
did I
me an
even
extra
have that
like
on my
hour,
list?
right?
That's
Oh, perfect. I'll be
Yeah.
fine in an hour. And then an hour later, you're like,
Time management.
there's something else that doesn't need to happen
just
today. I
changes
just have to think
altogether.
what it is.
It's a serious drug.
I think that
that's
sounds like a
surfing.
fortune cookie. There's something else that needs to happen today. I don't know what it is yet. Like, yes.
These are your lucky numbers.
Come again.
They're like, I just see 9999999. What is that? Anyways.
So, I like that being landlocked when I've gone snowboarding and I've gone to like some mountain town. I'm like, this is pretty cool. It's like they have like the surf town like whole thing set up, only it's a mountain town. And so instead of waves, you got mountains.
Mountains are the only other option. If you're leaving the ocean and it's not to the mountains.
I really just want to have like a
you're an
mountain
idiot.
town on the coast.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, impossible.
Is that why everyone lives in California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm going there in a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's why.
Yep.
So Pony Maine, growing up in said town of Austin, what did you do for fun if you weren't surfing? What occupied this thrill, this rush, this
Just
drug
a drug, so we
that's
could
called
skip that
surf?
question. But yeah, well, no, I just I started a business and did normal teenager things.
Because
And-
most teenagers are starting businesses.
Well, the 20-year-old things, but before that,
And then, yeah, no, it's
No, I
great. No,
didn't-
that's awesome. Most
it was an
20-year-olds are
accident.
not starting businesses, except Brad.
Brad seems really ambitious.
Yeah,
I
look at
wasn't,
his
so
hair.
it's a long story with
Super
the biz.
ambitious.
His hair is really ambitious. I feel
I asked you guys about my hair
I
before.
feel
looks great.
It's about my
It
wet
looks good.
hair, and you're
And
like
coming from a person that's got some
incredible
serious
coif.
jealousy on hair, that's why I wear hats.
He's coiffed.
Let's go back to you. Then. So you were starting a business early 20s. Is that what
Yeah.
kind of just like took your time?
Yes, definitely. Well, I don't know. I never heard
kind of
about
business is it?
surfing. Oh, I sell nail polish. I own a nail polish company. I make it. But
Name?
Floss Gloss. Check us out. We sell at Lincoln Road at Ricky's.
Get out, really?
And in Pembroke Pines at Riley Rose. You can find us there. And at
What's
Vanity
it called?
Projects. Floss Gloss?
Link in
Flossgloss.com,
the
ladies.
description
Yeah.
of the thing.
So-
Oh, I gotta
link
give
it
you
up.
cards. I thought I gave you
How come
cards.
we don't have samples?
I didn't realize this was about nails. But
It's
dude,
not about nails, that's for sure.
That's no. Let me tell you.
Let's get
about
into nails.
For years, I had acrylics. For 7 years, I had long ass, like inch-long acrylics.
Hold on a second. We don't know anything about what you're talking about. At least
Long
I
fake
don't.
nails, and I surfed with them the whole first season because
Does that
I.
give you a little extra paddle power because a little more area?
It was like spearfishing. It was sick. One time I went through a jellyfish while I was paddling.
No.
Whoa,
No
and it-
way.
Yes, it was sick. Now I just hit
Those
the
seem
jellyfish
like they'd
and
be
retract. I'm
useful
like,
in
I
the
miss my.
lineup in, like,
I
any
miss my
kind of-
scissors. Edward
Also,
Scissorhands
they're
of the
very,
waters.
yeah, they're really good weapon just to have, for self-protection. I like to keep that, pepper spray, a couple of things
Yeah.
handy. But, dude, no, but I had these acrylics and like I had the best
It's like Mortal
nails.
Kombat. You're like, ah!
Lamborghini with lightning fucking painted on one day, and I was surfing with them towards the end of the season when it was about to be over. My first season in Miami last year. I'm on season 2. And
We have season 2 coming up in
season 2
January.
in the abyss. Dude, no, but then
It's
the
way better
leash-
than season 1. I
Season
promise.
2 is so sick so far, dude. I think I hit the lip and then did a
Just
little.
wait for season 3. It gets amazing.
Dude, I
Are we
can't
getting picked up for season 3?
season
Makeup?
3. No, but the leash wrapped around the nail and it tore it off backwards and it bled for like a fucking week. And
Oh.
I'm never surfing with acrylic fake nails again. It was
Yeah.
the
Me
most painful
neither.
thing
Yeah.
ever.
It sounds like
does sound
it sounded like a good idea at first because I was
Yeah.
like paddle power,
Yeah, you get a
spearing
little
jellyfish.
Did you have a
extra.
Lamborghini on the nail?
Painted on the nail by my girl Crow. Oh, she's really talented. She had a Lamborghini with lightning.
And that was all done with floss gloss.
Duh, yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, of course.
you're
I only
like,
used my
Maybe she
prod.
can paint surfboards.
Oh, you can get whatever you want. She'll paint anything.
That
I'm not-
actually, you know what? That might be almost a cool Art Basel kind of installation.
Sorry,
A painting,
fails.
a painting with floss gloss.
Oh,
a painting
yeah.
with nail polish.
Well, I do some nail polish paintings actually on the low in my house on these
Bing,
tiny
bang, boom.
canvases.
Next thing you know, we're doing nails, we're doing
You know what we do?
boards.
We
could paint
combo
on the
with boards,
surfboard.
right? Yeah, we combo with
Oh,
boards.
It would be perfect because it's really shiny
Actually,
lacquer.
let's
do it.
Yes, let's do it.
That'd
A
be kinda
surfboard
fun.
painted with nail polish. Okay, cute. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Totes.
Inlaid acrylic nails into the board.
Oh,
Yes.
so sick.
Actual nails,
Glass
like
in.
you know what?
In-
Nail
Glass
fins.
in.
We have to actually have like the nails like
fins.
pressed, the nails
into fins.
the nails pressed into the foam and just leave them there.
Oh.
Almost like,
Oh, that would
like
be
full
sick.
like tiger style.
Yeah, that'd be so sick.
I have a
Nobody
bunch
mad.
of
On the
ideas.
bottom side of the board, because that's what they were doing. They were raking the bottom of the boards to create extra grooves so that the resin would go ahead and sit, so it create a little more strength in it. We do it, but we actually leave the claws in there that raked.
Yes.
We're blowing
All
things
the
up right
evidence.
now.
Whoa, this is
Listen,
so
even
high
if no one's
concept.
listening,
Whoa,
we're
crap.
coming up with
We went
great
way off
ideas,
topic.
and
We
it's
told them all these great
recorded.
business ideas.
You're right. This is.
Nah, don't worry. People
As a
aren't
business
ambitious. They
consultant,
won't
you know that we
steal
shouldn't
them.
be doing this.
I got a great one.
I am so
Turtle
incorrigible.
looks like
Hey,
the
if you want to
reservoir.
help out with any of these ideas, call us. Yeah, there
okay.
you go. Now they won't steal them. They'll just call you and be like, I want in.
Hopefully
Oh, yeah,
they
get
call and give me that ride up close.
That too. That's a higher priority, actually.
Yeah, what if-
if you want to
you know
help
what?
In that
first,
backer.
you have to shuttle
We're
her.
really
to-
Renegotiating this whole thing.
It's all slow
There's
and
a ride.
slopey.
Whoa, whoa. Don't name spots.
It's
Yes.
a national park.
It's not a national park, it's a state park.
I'll carry on.
Stand corrected.
I'll carry on. All right, all right.
We do have 2 national parks that abut each other. That's the only 2 national parks in the whole national park system that do.
Which are
Biscayne National and Everglades National.
Ugh, I went to Everglades, sucked. Saw a snake. I almost grabbed at my ankles. A croc, a
I was in
gator,
Everglades today.
a shark.
I had
Yeah.
a real close eye-to-eye contact with the gator. Anyways,
so.
Yes.
story for another
Caleb's
show.
real job is.
I don't have a real job. I have a bunch
Well,
of fake
Caleb's
jobs.
couple jobs are one of them being salvage of through diving and working for or with insurance companies to go ahead and get cars or said vehicles in lost areas.
Out of the glades?
And so you
Wherever
naturally
they
think
happen
that
to be.
people, if it's not happening by accident, people are trying to get rid of these things on purpose, and they're
Typically.
probably doing it in places that seems really swampy. And so like today I was talking about that with someone else, and I was like, wait a minute.
Like
There's
you're
that
never
whole-
finding like a full pack of cigarettes on the dashboard.
Yeah, no, typically it's like
the car's empty.
single
Right.
factory key, there's a brick on the floor, there's like a cable. I don't want to tell you how to dump your car, but
Right.
you can figure it out. Whatever you would do,
Just Google-
that's how
I
we
was gonna
find
say,
out.
Just Google it
Either Google
or
or
ask
YouTube it.
anybody who
Right,
grew up in
easily.
Miami.
Yeah.
It's true. Okay, well, I can neither conform nor deny that I was a part of said process.
I think it's like it's like a rite of passage. There's kids like in Miami, they just grow up here and they're like, "Did you do community service?" Like, yeah, I dumped the car in the quarry. Oh, you mean like, oh, the other time to graduate? Yeah.
Like it was for a priest.
Oh my gosh. It was my mom's boyfriend. There was that priest from the diocese here in Miami Beach that was like the super popular priest. And it was like, oh yeah, he's actually like getting with all these chicks. Guess he can't be a priest anymore, and he left the priesthood. He was like super popular. Everyone loved that guy. I was like, for good reason. He was just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
He was sinister minister.
Sinister minute. That's a good headline.
God,
I've been using that one for years. Calm it down.
So that one just didn't come up freestyle. Like.
All right, next topic here that we want to get into, because I think we've definitely covered Landlocked and some other things.
And it sucks. Don't try it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, now after a year and a half, I mean, do you like living here?
Dude, I
versus
tried to
being
move
in
back to Texas for like 2 days, and I was like, "Where's the waves?" I'm like fucking spinning out of control like a crackhead. I had to immediately go back. I'm surfing at foot high wave. No, I can't ever move back to Austin unless you work at Inland, and even that's kind of boo boo. It's fake.
Well, it's so funny that you say it like that because I mean, it sounds like that. There's that Grom life, right? You kind of grow into the surfing and stuff like that, growing on the coast, and then there's people that kind of get into surfing maybe a little bit later in life.
I have to go 3 times a day, every day.
Sounds like
and
you
it's like a Grom.
see a doctor.
And yeah,
I said it was dangerous.
Or a place with real waves.
it's
Dude,
like
when I leave Miami and actually go to a real wave, like an actual wave that goes on and on, I am going to be so happy. It's a good thing I'm taking it slow because right now I'm really happy about like a foot chop. So imagine what's in store for me.
ladies and gentlemen, if you want to follow along with what's in store for you, please follow Pony
Tune
Maine
in for
on
seasons 3 and
Instagram.
4.
Yeah.
There's
Dude.
2 A's in Maine.
I'm going to be so pumped if this is shitty waves because every day I have like the most time of my life.
All right,
So she's adult gromming right now. She is adult.
Every day
gromming.
is epic conditions for me, low-key, every single day here. Because I'm like, dude, this is so much better than working, owning a business, doing math, pretty much
Hashtag
talking to anyone.
Grom life.
Yeah, I could do
Keegan,
this over
does this sound
anything.
familiar to you?
Oh my god, Keegan's my neighbor. Shouts out. I like him. He's really,
He's a good kid.
he's great.
He's a great executive
Yeah.
producer. Thank you, boss.
By the way, I didn't get my check last week. Should we talk to HR or?
Oh, can't you just handle it for us? So adult gromming.
Yes. So, very, very new to it, and it's like, dude, it's like when I found out
Wait,
about
do you know
surfing.
you know how to swim when you were growing up? And
Yeah,
stuff?
I'm from Texas, dude. They throw us in a
Wait,
lake
hold
with
on a sec.
snakes, and
Okay.
you learn to swim fucking fast,
Okay.
dude.
Because of the snakes or because of drowning?
Because
Because of the snakes. You'd be fucking cruising. I've always been a good swimmer. It's hot as hell. It's Texas.
It's
I
true.
didn't know. You said
No,
landlocked.
but then I went to New York one time in the summer, and there was these 2 boards, and I fucking paddle on. My friend was like, "Do you want to surf?" And I'm like, "I don't know if surf. I'm 29. Like, what the fuck? I'm old as hills. I got my walker over here. Like, how am I gonna surf?" And I'm not even sporty. Like, the only sports I did was like, well, in high school in Texas, we were across from a bowling alley, so I just took bowling instead of gym, and we just like smoked cigarettes in the parking lot and called it a day, like, and ate burgers. That wasn't exactly
yes, the
sporty.
bowling team.
Yeah, the bowling team.
I know my friends are on the bowling team.
Yeah, dart bowl, shout out. But
It's awesome.
dude, no. So then when I found out the Earth was just giving these fucking free rides every day, like a water park, like a legal free water park that was always open and no lines.
I want to know about the illegal water parks. This is
But like most other things in life are,
Oh, there's an illegal water park. It was Action Park, and it was in New Jersey. And they made a movie about it.
Well,
It wasn't
BSR is
really
a
illegal,
legal
but there
water
was
park
like there
now?
were so many laws because
There-
they would let you do things that you definitely should not do. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, swing off the top of that building and then to the pool. I mean, it's shallow and you gotta really hold on, but it's fun if you make it.
We gotta go to
And
there.
people would
There's
not
a
make
dollop
it.
about that. I'm pretty sure. The podcast, the comedy history podcast, the dollop. They did an episode on Action Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure they did.
Yeah.
It's
Where is it?
hilarious.
It was in New
And
Jersey.
the sketchiest thing ever. Go listen to that when you're done listening to this.
Damn.
Anyway,
Damn.
So
sorry.
did you play any sports growing up, or bowling was it? And cigarettes. Bowling. I got a major in cigarettes.
Minored in bowling.
It's captain
No,
of
I did sports casually in middle school because I was just like ADD, and they're like, go play. And like we shot guns in Texas at summer
Wait,
camp and
I don't know if that
stuff.
counts as sports.
It's a
Shooting
sport.
a
Shooting
gun?
is a
Yeah.
sport.
Can.
Yeah,
Like,
not
it
so
can.
sporty, it turns out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like, but if we're
yeah.
talking about like surfing here, like shooting a gun's not gonna help you very much. I don't think.
There's not
No,
much crossover.
no sports, no sports.
I'm trying to find that hand-eye coordination part.
I was
into
like,
it.
Yeah, maybe like
A little bit.
yeah, shooting
You're
shooting
setting-
plays.
You're
is
setting,
like,
you know,
got
setting
a
your
ball
line.
thing
All
and
right.
You're
read
setting
it.
your line, and maybe.
Nothing helps you in surfing except for swimming.
Yeah, that
And
would definitely
skating and
Oh,
snowboarding
skating, I
and
just heard
about.
wakeboarding
Push-ups.
and all the other board sports.
Push-ups, dude.
help. Bowling and smoking cigarettes probably not so much either.
No.
But it sure
I gotta
looks
work
cool.
on my pop-ups are trash. My pop-ups are trash. I'm
Shooting
first to
clays though,
admit.
I'm gonna try that
Push-ups.
next time it goes flat as
Huge.
like cross training.
Huge. Push-ups are huge. Do a month's worth of push-ups.
It's
20
hard.
push-ups a day.
Dude,
Use
my
your
arms
knees.
were just for
Start-
show until
start on
I
your knees.
started surfing.
Start your knees, knee
Didn't
push-ups
even
and stuff
work.
like that. No one's
And
watching.
bowling.
It's fine. Yeah, and the
No,
cigarettes
but with the
too.
nails, you can't have the bowling, so I had to give bowling up. And I was never really good. I
It was
just
just
like,
it's more the cigarettes.
Bowling
it's
or
more
nails.
social
Right.
scene.
You're like, look at this. For cigarettes, I don't have to cut the nails. This is great. Cigarettes it is.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm not sporty at all, but now I'm fucking sporty as hell. Look at me now. I'm fucking.
Look at
Grom
me
life.
now.
Dude, I joined the
every day.
gym because I was like, it was flat all summer, and I was like, I love all this energy and shit. And I was also eating like tons of ice cream, but like still,
It's hot out.
it's hot as fuck, dude.
Necessary.
But like, no, yeah.
are a Grom.
Sport.
That's exactly what happens.
I
here.
am like a 9-year-old boy, and then I tried boogie boarding. That shit was tight too. Nobody's mad. I just like surfing. I did
Fins
first.
or no fins on your feet?
Oh, no fins. You kidding?
Yeah.
How would I
Wait,
walk?
It'll blow your mind with fins.
No, I can jump into the boogie. Y'all cash.
It will blow your mind. Listen, Bradley, I like boogie boarding.
There we go.
In a sense.
Oh,
To an extent.
episode 41.
Boogie life.
Mark
I love boogie
Mark
life. Y'all are so spoiled. In Texas, we don't have boogie.
We're gonna have a
That was an
compilation.
enthusiastic. That was an enthusiastic. I like boogie boarding.
And it totally came out so smooth. I can't
cheers.
believe
I love to
you like
boogie.
this.
There's no boogie shame to be had. Boogie fucking woogie, your heart's desire. That shit is so sick. Today I got a boogie barrel. I was like, this is sick. This chick was like, will you boogie with me? I have this new boogie. And I was like, you know what? Fuck yeah. Threw the surfboard down, caught a bug, just all the way to the shore. I felt so free.
It's close.
Free.
It's close to the water.
Yeah, it felt like a barrel because I was on my stomach. So I was like, yo, nobody's
Sad parts, I
mad.
felt that on a surfboard.
True that. Sometimes
Barreled
I'm
on my
like,
stomach on my surfboard. Yay.
Still
Dude,
fun.
I'm so
Yeah.
new to surfing. Sometimes I wonder, like, did
Except
I
I'm
even
trying.
just surf or did I really just boogie board? Like, I'm not sure what I'm doing out there because it's all so foreign. I'm like, yo, someone needs to videotape me because I don't understand if I'm even on the Wave or where am I and what's up. It's a lot. It's a lot. I do
This
feel.
is Grom life.
Grom life it's a lot. It's a very foreign place for me. First of all, okay, the ocean. We talked about this. So, as a Texan, it's like a lot to take in when you're like walking through these watery hallways and there's all these turquoise and crabs everywhere and like things to be seen. So a lot of times everyone's like, oh, Pony Man, look down the line where you're going. You got this little boat with your eyes. But sometimes I'm like, I just want to look through the water and then I get lost and fall down. But I was like, I was watching that crab and like things were happening and it is a lot to take in the ocean. It's so beautiful. And I'm like, yo, this was there. A shark was jumping. Shark's fucking flying now, by the way. It's a whole nother topic.
Spinners.
But yeah,
And
that's
not
sketch.
You
I don't
what?
know about sports. But anyways,
This is something.
She is segueing really well.
Yeah, the
Oh.
ocean, a lot to take in.
Oh.
But you know what? I have to stop you here for
I write a
second
segue.
because
just kidding.
this would sound like insane talk to a lot of people, but I'm like, nope, I know exactly what you're talking about. And the flying sharks, yep, I know about
Yeah.
them too.
This is pretty crazy shit.
Because we do have
Splash
all these
life.
things. It does exactly happen the way that you just said. You get up on the wave, and it is a watery hallway, and
Walking through a watery hallway, that's my favorite thing
And
I've
then-
ever heard.
I'll be running through that, but y'all can walk. But everyone's like, try not to run.
Then there's the crab, and then you're just watching
Dude, there's
him.
so much to take in. There's like these needlefish, and I'm like, yo, where's he going? Like, oh, and then I fell off. But I don't really care because I'm like,
What's the needlefish gonna do to me?
that too. No, but I'm like, everyone takes it so seriously here and thinks they're Kelly Slater. And if y'all think you're Kelly Slater, well, then everyone told me it was shitty waves. So I'm like, well, why are you here? And then second, ooh, shots fired. And then second,
Cross the ball.
okay, I'm like, yo, we are adults walking on these foamy things on top of the water in the middle of the day. So everyone just needs to take it down a notch. This is fucking fun, okay? I'm gonna see you smile. Like, it's really fun.
I'm smiling.
I feel so spoiled and lucky. I'm like, everyone needs to try it. It's like, you should try surfing once in your life because it's a magical place. And it's like under the sea, like it's so splashed out. You got this little boat and you're moving it with your eyes. I've never even been on a boat, let alone rode the boat with my eyes, inches from the getting splashed up. It's a free ride.
I feel like that was like a freelance right there. I feel like she just kind of hit
It's-
it right there. in
it's a
sense.
beautiful
It's
thing.
great.
It's a
No, you're
beautiful
right.
thing.
It is. And fortunately enough, from us all the way
I
up
don't
the
even know what to say.
coastline,
You're right.
for the most part, we have a lot of great visibility in our waters. Caribbean's like
Yeah.
that. Bahamas are like that. Part of the Caribbean. as
Yeah,
well.
it's turquoise
and
waters.
it's epic. You know, maybe other people probably can't maybe appreciate as. I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah,
people
dude, in
Hawaii
New York,
do.
there were like
Puerto
syringes
Rico.
and diapers and shit and great whites. And I was like,
We like that stuff up there. It's good.
I said we like looking at syringes and great whites.
Look, the syringes have been cleaned up a
The
lot.
ocean sterilizes them. It's salt life.
We got the New York Waterkeeper that's been doing a great job of cleaning up things up there. We got whales coming back. Actually, things up there from
But it's not
environmental
like
standpoint
turquoise.
are pretty good. During the wintertime, it actually
Is it
gets
turquoise?
really, really clear, but it's just freezing cold. All the what do you call it? All the plankton and phytoplankton drops out of the ocean because it's so damn cold that it all
Right.
freezes, and so like the water just gets super clear.
Huh.
Pretty rad.
Show enough.
It looks
You
like
don't need as much
All
float
the
on your
water's
board
fun.
though, because the water's like kind of slushy, right?
Ooh.
actually you need more float. I've actually noticed it.
Salinity
'Cause you
get
can't paddle
drawn,
'cause
but
you're
get
up-
pulled because
Harder.
it's
All the
colder?
salinity is so much higher here than it is
Right.
up in New York too, like during the wintertime because it just can't hold as much salt.
Right.
It's crazy. Yeah, like
yeah.
you go up in New York in the wintertime, like and taste the water.
Wait, so it's
in the
like-
ocean, it's not as salty as
It would
you
be
come
like
here.
super saturated with salt.
Here.
Here,
Not that, because when it gets that cold, the salt.
just can't
Or is-
hold it. Yeah, it's not super
weight-
saturated, just saturated.
weight-wise.
Super saturated.
It's at saturation.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anyways.
Which means if
At
you're
set.
having a wetsuit on, and if you would normally go and ride a board of X volume, you might have to go to X volume for that board that you would normally ride with a wetsuit, but you might almost have to go more because of the wetsuit and the lack of
But
salinity.
because you've been surfing so much, because it's the wintertime in New York,
you got arms of gold.
you're good to go.
Things we don't get to say around here.
Yeah, all that shoveling snow really gets your cardio going.
Dude, shoveling snow like CrossFit. I get it.
I just moved here from
Getting
New York.
into your car, all that stuff becomes a whole other mission.
No thanks. Just stay here. With my one
But the ocean,
with
it's
my
a-
one season.
But it's a lot to take in. Whether up there, like watching the ocean freeze on the jetty,
That's kind of cool. Those slushy pics of the
or
last
watching
couple years were
whales, breach offshore, like all this stuff.
great. Right.
No, I was just talking about Rockaway because it was just really packed, that day. But it's all beautiful. The watery splish splash.
So until you moved here, did you not see the ocean?
No, well, I'm from Austin, and when I was a kid, we went to like Rockport and Corpus Christi, but that was like in the 90s, right after that horrible oil spill, the Exxon oil spill, and it was like really a situation. It was disgusting. It was like birds dying and like jellyfish everywhere, and there's just like black water, so we weren't swimming. We were at the pool. I was like 8, and then
Is this the Horizon one?
No,
the Exxon.
really?
Yeah, no, BP.
or maybe it was
The
BP. I can't
BP one in the
remember.
Gulf.
Yeah, in the Gulf.
That
yeah.
was the Horizon one.
But I mean, the Texas Gulf
that was,
is
like,
like
from 2010.
has surfing now, and I was thinking if I ever moved back to Texas because I love Texans and my family's there, I was like, oh well, I could just go to Corpus or
Right.
Rockport. Unfortunately, got fucked up in Harvey, but there are waves. But it's no, the Gulf is no Miami. It is so pretty here. Even when you go to like Sebastian, it already starts not even being. It's like being in a resort, like Caribbean ass
Yeah.
turquoise. It's really special.
It starts at
yeah.
Dania. Dania
Yeah.
Beach, north.
Yeah.
Stewart, that's where the coconut palm stops being able to grow.
Really?
That's where like the tropics kind of like stop.
Oh, is that when the tropics stop in Stewart?
Wow.
For me,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's where as far as northern you'll see a coconut palm though.
Yeah, because this is
That'd be
technically
an
the
interesting
tropics.
Take, huh?
Gotta keep it trop.
Cruising up Collins until you, or A1A until you see when the coconuts stop.
College.
Market.
That was college for me.
It was high school.
I figured it out.
Wasn't looking for coconut palms when I was looking for waves. Listening to David Lee Roth.
My dad. A lot of people don't know that David Lee Roth's my dad, so I just wanted to clear that up here on air. Yeah, recognize.
Recognize. It's
Yeah.
not by accident that we have David Lee Roth up
skiddly
behind
bop.
us.
Thank you. This is beautiful. The spread.
one.
Yeah.
And, that was something new to me for sure. Was David Lee Roth is your father. I guess that kind of makes sense when they call you Baby Lee Roth.
Yeah, it explains everything to me. Just take a look at me. Like, obviously, there's relations. And, I mean, everyone knows. That's why I was shocked that you weren't aware when
I
I
wasn't aware.
It was not
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah. But yeah, no, for sure. Obviously, there's Roth rules here and affiliations. We need a paternity test, but we're going to have that on episode 49.
It is a good thing your mom and
Yeah.
dad don't watch this.
8 episodes to go.
Oh, no, they already know. They are like Avi, but they've just set it aside. And
Right. I mean,
continue.
from what you've said before, it's actually gotten so far as to not letting you wear certain items at the dinner
I'm
table.
not allowed to wear my Roth Rules shirt at the dinner table, and there are no Van Halen records to be had in my home, even though my dad has all this rock, and there's like no Van Halen, and then neither of my
And
parents.
so is this what led you to kind of like think like, okay, well,
I was like, something's fishy. There's a very important band
At
missing.
what point did it first really kind of start to register? Like, where did the even curiosity? Because it's random. Do you got to be like, hey, listen, I think David Lee Roth is my dad.
It's not that random. Actually, I'm a huge fan. Like,
Yeah, you're right. I'm just like, hey, Jim Morrison must be my uncle.
right.
I mean,
pretty
Steve
much.
Mamon
Is your uncle?
is
Hey, so that means you guys are close to the Marleys. Well, Steve Mamon and the Marleys, right? We can
Yeah.
tap that on the episode. We bring him in on that. Oh boy.
the outside episode.
Yeah, that one's outside. But yeah, what even like remotely spurs that? Like, where does that come from?
Well, I am obsessed with heavy metal, and I was like, damn, this dude looks exactly like me, acts exactly like me, and really embodies everything I'm about. And then I read his book after being a huge David Lee Roth fan, and then Skyscraper, Knucklebones, like, so just everything. And I was like, this is probably my father. And then the whole Roth rules at the dinner table thing, they were like, can you change? And I was like, why? I was wearing a fucking Mayhem shirt, like, it was very sacrilegious and almost more offensive than this innocent fucking David Lee Roth shirt. And they're like, you need to change. It's like, what's this weird beef with DLR and also Van Halen? And then I looked into my mom. Well, first of all, I look exactly like him, and both my parents aren't even blonde. Like, what the hell? Okay, questionable.
Skip the generation?
I don't know. Probably David Lee Roth. Because then I fucking looked into
like it.
when I was, well, now you dropped some knowledge and some math on me earlier. So maybe I wasn't conceived in December of '86, even though I've thought for years I was. But he was touring and only played in San Antonio, where my mom was going to night school, and my dad was working and living in Austin. And David Lee Roth solo only played San Antonio, where she was going. I was like, figure this one
Should I
out.
talk about it with your mom?
Oh, I've asked her. They deny everything.
Yes.
They're like, who?
Parents.
What? Yeah, but I think it's pretty obvious. It's kind of
Baby Lee Roth, everyone.
Yeah.
Baby Lee Roth. That's amazing.
We're like the only two people who
Running
care
from
about
the devil.
David Lee Roth.
Sorry. I did not know that.
He's a hyper fan of Dad. Calm down.
I really am.
Yeah.
I really love David Lee Roth.
He's kind of a big deal.
It's Van Halen, not Van Hagar.
Ugh. And don't you ever come out as with some fucking Cabo Wabo ass tequila because you will get thrown out.
Although I hear the tequila is really good. I haven't tried it myself personally. Just, I'm not going to hate on any
Look,
other.
again, I don't want to be between you guys on this one because I feel like
there's
it's
gonna
gonna
be beef.
dangerous.
I know. I
Right.
feel like we should hang it up. These young whippersnappers don't even know who David Lee Roth is.
Keegan?
Who?
Keegan might. Keegan knows stuff like that. He like throws stuff back at me. I'm like, how do you know pop culture from the 70s? That's really
That's
weird.
so awesome.
He's like, yeah, I love Que Pasa. I'm like, what?
Little K-Pasa USA? Wow. That is
All right.
impressive.
Good for you, Caleb.
I think we touched on all the topics.
Yeah.
There's a very Keegan heavy. I think
It's basically
we
just
must.
Keegan fan
We
club.
might. I think we miss him.
No, don't say that.
Low key.
Give him any more love.
There's a low key.
He's fine.
Low key Keeg.
No, there's a low
key.
key. Like one of the Florida keys. It's
Oh.
called low key. So
Yes.
just thought I'd shout that out.
Pony man, I did not know what I was gonna get when we invited you on. I knew that we had to have you on, just to get a perspective of what that Grom
Miami's
life is
most
like.
hated.
In
Really? I don't
later.
think that's even possible. There's some real hate in Miami.
You're right.
Yeah.
You might
You're
want to rethink
right.
that. There's some serious dumb, crazy hate in this town.
I'm the low key mayor of South Beach.
Low key. AF. A year and a half.
Grom.
Anyway, well, you know what?
No, I'm
you want
actually
to
new.
check out more of, and kind of disappointed we didn't get the rap in here, but we'll have to go ahead and
We
maybe.
got a YouTube bikini inspector that's 10 years old. Calm
Yes,
down.
Bikini Inspector, YouTube it. Pony Main
Maybe
nailed it,
we'll link
killed
it.
it. Yeah,
We
I was
are
say
gonna
maybe
do-
link it.
Description.
Bikini Inspector 2.
Okay. Yeah,
So
we're
watch
talking.
out.
Eyes
Yeah.
out.
And we'll be casting
Oh,
a million bikini babes right here outside of First
There you go.
It's pretty easy
for
to cast here.
inspections. Yeah.
Keegan.
Follow her online on
She may
Instagram
need
at
an
Pony
intern.
Main with
You might
two
want to sign up for
A's.
that job.
And definitely check out her company,
And Floss
Floss Gloss.
Yeah.
Need to work on
Thank
that
you so
nail
much for having
surfboard.
me. I gotta bring y'all some
That-
nail polish. I brought you some. I gotta bring you
Yes.
some, Brad. Yes.
I want to check out.
I
the
It's
wear
just
polish.
paint. I just sell paint, and it's cool because it's the only cosmetics you can wear in the ocean, and you come out and you're like, still flossing, what's up? Because all that other shit wipes off.
That's true. It usually wipes off.
Yeah,
me.
but nail polish is stuck to you, and it's far away from your face. You can play with crazy colors you wouldn't play with, just for the girls.
Quality like? I mean, is it organic?
Yes, it is organic, vegan, but don't eat it. 7 free of the harmful chemicals. Yeah.
Well, it's important.
Women owned and operated
Look,
small business.
fashion poet that we had on her.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of her posts in regards, and she's always showcasing different
tested
beauty
on me,
lines and
not
whatnot.
animals.
And
It is. Well, I am an animal on those waves, though. You better watch out, because I'm
tested on me, not animals. Except I am an animal.
I am.
I like that.
I am an
Pony
animal.
Main is a character, and I'm so stoked that she came on.
Thank you
Yeah.
for
Thank
having
you.
me. I love y'all.
Thank you.
Yes.
So Bradley, walk us out of here.
Oh, right. Episode 41 in the books. Talk story. Brad. Chris. Aretha.
Cheers to the waves. Oh, shakas.
Shagaba. Caleb. Walk us out of here.
What? Oh, rate, review, subscribe, iTunes, Spotify, all the things. I don't know what they are. Look at the description. I don't think anybody does that. Email us. Email Brad.
you wanna
him
get on the team,
send
throw
him-
out,
send him
Billy Goat.
Instagram messages.
Yeah, but throw Billy Goat a message on
Get it,
Instagram.
get it, Billy Goat.
Whoever wins
If
Keegan
you want to be on the
Smallwave.
team, or if you want to take Pony May up coast, send messages.
Yes. More importantly,
evening,
she wants to go
please.
tomorrow. So
And I also want to be sponsored on Thank You Surfing team. Okay, I need more tacos. Those were slam.
they were slam.
Yeah.
Tacos are not part of that deal, unfortunately.
Okay.
But they were slam though, by the way. Bradley brought some more of his famous tacos here. And
Start a taco cart. Let's get out of here.
let's do
Yeah.
it.
Bye.
Cool. Bye.